Battle Lounge. Alright, I might as well start talking while we're waiting. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Team WP Friday night team fights again. We're having I believe it's going to be 3 vs 3 again night tonight. Just waiting on Shenkan to finalise the teams now, so we shouldn't be too long. Probably the next 5, maybe 10 minutes at most. It's been typing for a while now, so hopefully that means we'll see the tournament. We'll see the numbers coming through fairly soon. But yeah. Hope you're all having a good night. If there's anyone out there, hopefully it's warmer wherever you are than it is here in Melbourne. Let's see what we have here. So yeah, once we've got the team list set up, I'll probably read through them quickly so we can all see, so we can work out who's in each team. So 3 vs 3 night tonight. So most teams will have at least one high ranked player, probably one high ranked player who's meant to be the team captain, and then the other 2 players will be of the lower ranks. The idea is we split up the high ranked players, get them in with a bunch of the newcomers, the fledglings as we call them in the Team WP Discord, and they get the chance to learn off some of the best in the country and really get some backup there. I'll just mess around with these audio levels. Just trying to work all this out. It's going to be a bit slow tonight for a bit, sorry. We've got a new setup here. This computer's had Windows running for all of about an hour and a half. Basically had time to get SF5 installed and ready to go, and that's about it. Right. Shenkan is still typing. He's obviously got an essay to write here. As I sit here and try to think up conversation to make, listening to my cat destroying my couch in the other room, that upsets me. Actually, no, that doesn't even sound like it's going after the couch. That seems like it's just making a mess out there. Pets though, you gotta love them. So yeah, I'll be quiet for the next couple of minutes, not saying much as I just finish off my dinner here. Oh, here we go. We have a team list. Teams are, as we know it, I'll quickly read these out. I don't think we'll have, I don't know that, we'll wait until there's a proper team list up, a proper bracket up to post that. So first up we have Team Dale. Dale never fails, the jury player. He's teaming up with his, I believe they're both from Brisbane teammate, not really, well, teammate for this instance, Southie, and they get the boss man, WP's own LLL _ there's another L there. Team Robbie Slar, also Robbie, as we all know, one of the great streamers of Australia, teaming up with Vu again. No, they weren't in the same team last week, and they also get Meplop, who I believe is probably a bit rusty. He's had computer problems lately, but it's good to see he's back. Next up we have Team A Wild Llama, Urian / G player, teaming up with Itsy Bitsy Spider. Not a name I recognise. He's got a blanket picture though, so he's probably got more than a couple of screws loose, but that's all blanket players as we know. Team Nez, who I want to say was the winner of last week with they lost to ROS team, but him and Salesman were runners up last week in the 2 vs 2 tournaments. Nevermind, who is a new player. I've been sitting around in the Learners Lounge quite a bit recently. And finally they have DeRose, a Menat player, I want to say. Next up we have Team Time Portal. The Bison going up with Destiny 74. I've seen this guy in ranked a couple of times recently. He is an Ed player, man after my own heart, knows the power of the wake up, of the DP on their wake up. And they are teaming up with Salesman. Next up we have Ghost Ships, the Bison from New Zealand, going with Viper, whose name I do not recognize at all, and Sanctius. Here, last but not least, we have Team Turkish Bread, the from New Zealand Bison all the way across to Perth Balrog. That's a bit of a jump. Joining up with Dank Scorpio, our Darwinian Bison, and Shenkan, the runner of the tournament. That is all we have. I'll just quickly scroll down to see if there's anything else being posted. We have a bracket. Great, I can now show something a bit more interesting than the starting soon screen. I will fire that up. If I switch across to this page, you should be able to see that now. We'll scroll down. Here we go. We have, as you can see here, Team Dale going up against the getting seat straight up, going up against the winner of Team Time Portal versus Team Nez. Team Llama and Team Ghost Ships will duke it out, and Team Turkish Bread and Team Robbie will be playing off stream straight up. Alright. So, I don't think I've got anything else to say here. I'm going to jump straight in. We already have our first matchup. That will be Team Time Portal up against Team Nez. Alright, I'm starting to see a couple more numbers of people viewing. It's good evening everyone, or good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are. Hope you're having a good day, evening. I'm pretty exhausted at the moment, so you'll probably hear me get words wrong pretty much all night. But hopefully that won't stop us. We'll have plenty of good Street Fighter to keep us awake. So first up we will have that first game from the top there. Team Time Portal going up against Team Nez. So I'll just invite these guys. Killer Queen. Nevermind SK. And DeRose. Alright. Hey, as I said, I've been an Ed player for a while, so we've also got our screws slightly loose. It's an important part of being able to DP on other people's wake up. Was I right though? Are you a Blanco player? Alright, so already we're seeing people dropping in. Fantastic, so I'm not dreaming. Right. Already we're seeing in the Discord people are dropping into the chat channels. This is always a good idea to have the team talking to each other and these sorts of things. You can share strategies and egg each other on. So who do we... Looks like we'll be getting... So Team Killer Queen and Team Killer Queen and his teammate Nevermind SK, who just followed the channel about 5 minutes ago. Welcome to the channel, Nevermind. Welcome to the Discord. You're fairly new, I want to say. Not that I speak too much, but I'm always watching, and it's good to see new guys coming through. At the moment though, we are waiting for an opponent. We have 2 people in the chat and no one else. Alright. We have I've sent out some invites. They have been ignored. Let's just send out a reminder. What? That's definitely not the name. 74. That's right, that's better. They also, we want to get salesman and time portal in here. Right. Oh, I don't want to say anything nice to these people. And finally, the other person we're missing is... Alright, that got 4 out of 6 players. I'm going to jump to the back of the queue. I am terrified of people who are actually good enough to join tournaments. I'm not ready to fight anyone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are just missing Time Portal, our glorious Bison leader. While we're at it though, let's get some names going on these guys. We've got Killer Queen and his band of merry men going up against the Time Lords. That's an easy name. And then we just need a name for Team Killer Queen. What do we call them? Right. Never mind, ready to go. I like to see it. This is what we're all about. Now, okay, I think we're waiting on one more, but if we already know who's going first, he's probably going to be their last player. So we might just... we could probably actually start without him, I think. There's no need to... No need to hang around and wait for someone else. Interesting that Nez has decided to go first tonight. Usually he's the anchor of the team. He's definitely a strong player, quite good in, probably one of the best in Australia. Plays a lot of the more underrepresented characters though. He's been an Ed main, he's been a Kage main, I think he's played Folk, he's played Sagat. He's the sort of guy who can basically play anyone to a suitably high level. The other hand, Salesman starting to put together quite a decent and respectable Kage. We saw him come back last week in the tournament. Got taken to school pretty quickly, but then went into the lab, came back and turned over a new leaf really.
It's go time.
Alright, I'm cool. So we've got that right. So it looks like it will be Salesman going up for Team Time Portal, the Time Lords. And for now, Team Killer Queen will have to be known as just Team Killer Queen. We'll have to get a better name for them. We can't have people with blanket boring names, that's for sure. Alright. It's been a little while coming, but now we're ready to start. Let's get into it. Our first game of the night will be Salesman playing Kage going up against Killer Queen's Lucia. Salesman, obviously a man of character and class, prefers a well-dressed Kage. And Lucia, always ready for business in... I think they've actually matched their colours here. They've both got that sort of green colour there. Alright. This is looking pretty bad for Salesman at the moment. He's stuck here in the corner, but he's managed to push Nez back. It's just sort of throwing out buttons. Yep, that's definitely punishable. That's probably one thing that's important to remember about Lucio. There's basically nothing she can get away with. Everything every special she has is punishable, I believe, except for maybe her EX Fireball, I want to say. So, Salesman's ready to watch those things like that. Oh, big jump in here. First of all, a bit of damage, and my window just froze there. Alright, but he's just cornered himself. Now, we're not seeing it at the moment because Nez is quite good at staying on the floor and enforcing his will upon the game, but Salesman's probably got some of the best anti-airs you're going to find in Silver. Oh, big jump in there, but doesn't convert into anything. Here we go. He's got the demon loaded. He's probably just looking at the way to even this up right now. Goes high, but Nez just blocks that out. I'm pretty sure that as soon as he sees that Lucio throw out that fireball, he could probably land that. You probably hit that V trigger and jump on it. Alright, and just like that, there's the first game of the night over. For those of you just arriving, this is a 3v3 tournament. So both teams have 3 players, of course. And the idea is that in each game it's a first to one, and the winner. And for each set between players, it's a first to one, and if you lose, you are eliminated from that set, and whichever team has the final player at the end wins the set. That may have been the most roundabout way to say it's a 3v3, first to 3, where each player gets to play on until they lose a game. Okay. Still waiting on Time Portal here, but Destiny steps up. In my defense, it has been an incredibly long week. You're a new name as well, though. Welcome to the channel. I am Noctane, or just Noctane, because I'm not Noctane, you're Noctane. Alright. Destiny pulling out the Ed, the, I don't know, sort of stripper, sailboat Captain Ed. Well, their leader is Time Portal, who apparently is still at some other point in time because he hasn't joined the lobby yet. Alright, so Destiny playing a very cautious style of play here, and it's definitely working for him at the moment. Just big jump in there, over the fireball. Oh, doesn't let the anti-air. He should have been ready for that with the up kicks. Alright, but now, yep, that's a punish. Oh, be still my beating heart. That was the most beautifully Ed thing I've ever seen. Yeah, I've never seen this guy before. I'm impressed. We'll see how Nez manages to adapt to this, though. He's quite a good player, and he won't let something like that get the better of him. Right, but he's definitely on in the ropes now. He's got Destiny's. Oh, there's a lot of damage though. Just throwing these fireballs around. All right, but stuck in the corner. Nez sweeps, but he doesn't get much of a punish on that. Uses the Psycho Knuckle to say, okay, I'll be -2, but I'll be out of the corner, and that's completely worth it. V skills, V triggers around the, sorry, V reversals around the V triggers activation says, I don't want a piece of this. Right. There we go. Nez has been knocked out of this set.
Ed wins.
What I should do is, alright, so 1 for 1. The Time Lord's taking it taking on to Killer Queen there. Who's next? We got Nevermind up next for. No, this is a team fight. Alright, so Nevermind obviously ready to go up against anyone who'll take him. Whatever. Now, still seeing, as I said, this is a brand new computer that's only really had been set up for the last hour or so I'm still seeing all the random pop-ups that Microsoft comes up with saying, are you sure you want to let your microphone be controlled by this? Ooh, we've got an Akali player. Akali's an interesting character. You don't see much of him. We did see him, Marchabo, in EVO a couple of weeks ago, play quite well. So, I'm not sure how I'm meant to call this one since these two players are on the same team. So, I think we assume that. But on the other hand, wait, sorry, what am I talking about? I'm sorry guys, this is how we can tell that I'm definitely a professional. The Ed on your screen is Destiny74 playing for the team Time Lords. Nez is an Ed player, but he wasn't playing Ed just then. Alright, so it's not a team fight. This is Destiny for Team Time Lords going up against Nevermind SK for Team Killer Queen. Nevermind looking like he's not quite sure how to approach Ed here. He's very comfortable with neutral here and is just happily throwing out that crouch and medium punch. Big jump in, but no button with it. Alright. Oh, that's punishable, and another big jump in there, but that'll be the end of Nevermind for the night.
Ed wins.
Alright, so we have Destiny looking down at the coveted OCV. All he needs to do is take out Derace to completely defeated Team Killer Queen all on his own. So that means that these guys are up to 2. And as I slowly get my head together and I slowly get everything together, I move to the back of the queue, and Derace takes center stage to try and bring this back for his team. Still no sign of our Bison though.
Let's do this.
Castle, you can't say that about the guy. Are you trying to call the poor kid boring? That's disrespectful. Alright, so Derace, the last man standing for Team Killer Queen, going up against their Destiny, who is second call up for the Time Lords. Still a Bison missing in action.
Fight.
I think... Oh, what is going on here? Sorry guys, I'm going to have to apologise, but this... I seem to be getting a few frame drops in the game. Oh. Alright, so DeRay's playing a very cheap out style of game, of course, against Ed, who really struggles against... Oh, that's a great jump in, but as I was about to say, Ed is not great against zoners. It's probably one of his biggest weaknesses. He basically has to jump in, or there's another option for how Ed can get in. If he blocks a long range move, he can use his V reversal to move in. So he's playing very cautiously, and he's managing to push his way in here. So Derace looked like he had Destiny on the ropes for a lot of that match, but when Destiny got in, he was able to make the make those things count. Oh, there's a big jump in over the standing heavy punch. Catches the button, pulls him back in for round 2, but there's a tech throw there. Alright. Derace in the corner, although he has just been pushed out by all that corner carry of Ed's. I don't think that's what Destiny wanted to do there. He backed off there and let Derace get his the orb back. He's trying to work out how to get back in. Although if Derace is just going to mistime those fireball deflect, he's probably not too worried about that. Here we go, here's a big punish on that. Right. Oh, he missed his confirm in the CA there. That would have done it for him. There we go, the low catches him. So Derace staying alive for his team.
Final round. Fight.
Alright. Jump in, but doesn't get close enough. Just throws out those hands there. I like it. Yeah, he looks like he's going to be ready for that sort of thing. And what did he get clipped by there? This is starting to look like some classic Menat sort of play here. He's just getting zoned out and held at that range while he can't really do anything about it. I think what he wants to do is try to call out these dive kicks. If he can catch one of these with the up kicks, he'd probably be able to really start steamrolling here. But there's a big jump into the CA, and that will do it. There we go. Good cameo by Destiny there. He's already shown that he's quite a good player and he's going to be a big influence in the outcome of this tournament. But Derace beats him there, and now we definitely need our Bison. Alright, so there we have it. Derace evening up the scores there.
It's go time.
All I need to do is find... We are missing a Bison. So I'll just confer with our tournament organizer here, I think. Doesn't seem to be online in Discord. Race is calling for a DQ, and that might end up being the option, I think. Oh, or maybe not. We might have a call in. We might have Castle09, commentator of Street Fighter V tournaments, finals at SSU this weekend, I believe. And here he is making excuses in Discord. Alright. So hopefully you guys are having a good night. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow because at the moment it's freezing outside. We have, of course, Castle09 is on a PC, so we can actually load up quicker than any of these PS4 players. But now we have the Time Lords 09. Ooh, we have a Lucia player apparently. Now, as we're waiting for these two to start, I'll just update you guys on the current state of the matches. Team Dale, of course, is waiting for the winner of this match, and they will be playing on stream shortly. But before that, after these two play, we will have Team Llama versus Team Ghost Ships, and Team Team T Turkish Bread have taken it over Team Robbie 3-1, pushing them into losers bracket. We're pulling out the Mika. This feels like it's going to be a terrible matchup for Mika. Maybe he's hoping to win just on the choice of costume, but Mika versus Menat I can't see being a great matchup. Although maybe Mika's a bit like Geef in that regard. If she can get in, then Menat's in a hell of a lot of trouble without a proper DP. I don't think she's even got a 3-frame either. Or maybe only with the orb thrown out she's got a 3-frame.
Round 2.
Definitely not a great matchup, and Castle09 looking quite uncomfortable in that first round, but might just be not needing to warm up first. Right. Ray's just chipping away at Castle. Castle's having to make some pretty big risks to get in, and not confirming that's probably not helping either. Okay, and Castle's got all the trigger and the CA in the world, but it's not going to help him if he gets thrown.
Menat wins.
So yeah, I'm not sure what the logic there was behind the Mika choice. I don't think that was the best choice. Yeah, maybe that's who he's practicing at the moment. But good news is that's not the end of the Time Lords 09. Of course, they will be knocked into losers brackets, but since this is a double elimination tournament, they will have another chance to fight through, and we might see them on stream again sooner rather than later. That's it. Straight up, we have Team Killer Queen taking it over the Time Lords 09. Good showing there from Derace. Also very impressed by Destiny. Two platinums in the team playing quite well. Next up, that means it's time to bring in Ghost Ships Viper. So I will start inviting people. Ghost Chips, of course, being a Kiwi, so the correct pronunciation of his name is Ghost Chips. I will need to check Viper's CFN. But Sanctius, of course, the Vega player. I think he's been playing Honda. No, Poison. Poison. He's been playing Poison. They are going up against Team Llama. So Team Llama is a wild llama. Great name. One of my favorites. Itsy Bitsy Spider, who is blankering, I hope. That's got a Y in there. I want to say Alex Sama. Fantastic. Thank you very much, Mr. Viper. Or Sir Viper, if you prefer to be called that. They have Sukiman. I probably butchered that name as well. Yep, there we go. Sanctius playing that. That Poison. We've got a New Zealand Kage, a Diamond Blanca, and a Honda. This is what I like to see. Good, interesting set of characters there. I'm going to jump to the back of the queue. Alright, so we have Wild Llama, Spider Llamas. Going up against, this will be, is that a full Kiwi team? I like it. I'm hoping this will work. Yes, there we go. Team New Zealand have got a New Zealand flag in there. That drop down. Okay, so now we're waiting for Ghost Chips to join. One other, I should check my list. You got and Llama. Alright. Guys, sent again. Now, for what it's worth, as an update to the bracket, the only match that has been played so far, apart from Team Time Portal versus Team Nez, which we just watched, would be Team Turkish Bread versus Team Robbie. All other winners' final games will be being played on stream. I'm not sure why those guys missed out. We'll actually just switch to the brackets while we're waiting for these last two players to join up. You guys are Team New Zealand, that's what I've set you to. The voice channel's dropped out in Discord, so alright, we got Llama in. I think we're just about ready to go. Let's just get Ghost Chips in here. Yeah, okay, we'll quickly switch to the, oops, sorry, wrong screen. Production values, guys, production values. We'll quickly switch over to here, and as you'll see, Team Turkish Bread winning that 3-1 and then moving on to take on the winner of this match. Team Robbie dropping down to the losers brackets, and they will fight the loser of Team Dale versus Team Nez. waiting for him. So just to run through those teams, we call Team Dale. I will switch back here so you can see me put the thing. Team Dale is Dale, never fails, who is on a different CFN at the moment, I believe, pairing up with Southie and WPLLL. Team Robbie is down here now. Teams up with Voo and Meplop. We then have Team A Wild Llama, who has Itsy Bitsy Spider and Tsukiman. I'm going to butcher every single name in this tournament tonight, if it's the last thing I do. We then have Team Ghost Ships, who has Ghost Ships, Viper and Sanctius, our New Zealand menaces. Team Turkish Bread is Turkish Bread, Dank Scorpio and Shenkan. And Team Time Portal, I think is the one that missed out in there. Time Portal, who is actually Castle 09 now. I'll update my spreadsheet. Destiny 74 and Salesman. I think we're ready to start now. We're just waiting for. We'll probably need to get one of the two guys in the same team to drop down to the bottom. We're just working out who's going to go first, I think. So as we're just waiting for everything to come together. They're just working out team ordering as well there. Alright. Got to admit, I'm kind of worried about the 2 bars and the 3 bars in this lobby. Yep, when you're ready. But of course, the other thing to remember is this is Street Fighter V, and as we know, Street Fighter V, when CFN says it's a 3 bar, it could be a 5 bar, it could be a 1 bar. And if it says a 5 bar, it's almost definitely a 2. Alright, here we go. So, just waiting for the 2 players to pick their characters now. I will switch back to the right scene. Take a quick drink. Bit of a side note, we've been running these tournaments for the last, I want to say, 5-6 weeks maybe. Don't think it's been any more than that. But the first 3 times, well, each time I picked up, I sat down in my chair, started talking, and about halfway through realised that talking for a couple of hours really kills your throat. So this time I've come prepared, I've brought a drink, I'm ready to go. This looks like CFN is not working, or it's just them back to the lobby. Alright, the looks like we're going to have a restart this. As great, you guys can't hear that too, but the cat's still in the other room scratching up the couch. It's fine, it's not an expensive couch. I am completely okay with this. Nothing else matters. Alright, we've had ghost ships drop out too, that's worrying. So this could be the longest tournament we ever run.
It's go time.
Right. Now those guys have dropped out. This should be okay. I think we can probably try. I think we can probably bring them back in and try again now. Okay. Now we'll just wait for those guys to jump back in. I'll have to resend a bunch of invites, I think. Right. Street Fighter's just hidden itself. We have lost the screen. This is... oh, great. We've had Street Fighter decide that it actually wants the other screen on the other side, so I'm just going to have to just bear with me for a moment here. If I could, there'd be a picture of a cat bashing a TV with a hammer, as we are currently experiencing technical difficulties. What is going on, computer? Alright, here we go, we're back. Let us get everyone in. Who are we missing from this lobby? We're missing a Wild Llama, we'll pull him in a second. We are missing... Sama. Let's get him in here. We are missing Ghost Ships, but when he comes back, when he's ready, we'll bring him back in. Alright, hopefully we're good to go now. Alright, here we go, second time's a charm. 1 bar, let's go. Alright, they have now gone to the select screen. We are set as spectating. We are connecting. I need to update the numbers. These teams are not on 2 points yet. Alright, here we go, we're loading up. So yeah, 2 players I've never seen before. We have a Kage from New Zealand and a Honda from somewhere in Australia, I'm assuming.
Round 1. Fight.
Alright, and we're already jumping back, and the flying butt slam across the screen. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's a big DP there, and he gets punished for it. Big sweep. I think, Alex, I'll just call him Alex for now. Just probably not entirely sure of the spacing here. He's either moving around a lot, moving around a lot in that game. I think he found the right spacing a couple of times, but was either moving in or out a lot of the time. He's definitely doesn't want to be anywhere near this Honda. Let's face it, Honda's a big guy. I don't want to be anywhere near him either. Oh, good delayed crouching medium punch there to catch his wake up, but probably should have comboed into something. Yeah, okay. That's probably one thing. Honda, please. Alright, so yeah, Alex definitely backing off a bit too much here, I think. And gave up a couple of opportunities on his opponent's wake up to really meaty. That is Sukiman, or Quack as they are known in the Discord. I might call them Quack, that's probably an easier name than me butchering that. Okay, so that means that Sanctius will be up next, playing Poison or Vega, or maybe Ed. All the fun characters. And Itsy Bitsy. I should write that down, that your username is Itsy Bitsy and not Itsy Bitsy Spider.
Let's do this.
So it'd be interesting to see, do these two have similar connections? So both, Sanctius is also a Kiwi. Move that microphone down to a better placing.
Round one.
Here we go, Honda versus Vega.
Fight.
Interesting choice here. I think Vega's probably able to do a lot of damage to Honda with being so fast and able to move around him. But Honda is deceptively fast as well. Alright, here we go. He's just really peppering Quack here with a lot of just a lot of damage. A lot of buttons, a lot of... There we go. Not quite kill. He probably could have done that if he'd used meter there. But he was fairly greedy. He decided, I've got plenty of health on my own, I can save it for the next round. Round start, EX wall dive. That's something else. Lots of counter buttons here, but he's not really converting any of them. This will be stun. He won't be able to kill here, but he'll definitely be able to, especially if he drops his combo. But he's got plenty of life left, so he's not too worried at the moment. Backdash is away. Okay. I was about to say that Quack had one more hit, one more guess to make, and unfortunately he gets wrong here. Alright, so there we go. Team New Zealand evening and out there. And that means that next up we will be having Itsy Bitsy, our Blanka player. I'm excited. I love some good, solid, fundamental Blanka play. Yes, I know there's no such thing, but I'm excited anyway. And a Wild Llama who's currently hiding off on the side, playing around with his stick, I believe. I shouldn't have said that. It's a family show.
Let's do this.
Alright, cool. So, solid fundamental Blanka play. That's what I'm here for. The other question is, of course he goes for the mascot costume.
Round one.
It took me a long time to actually find out if Blanka had any other costumes, to be honest. I just saw everyone I saw was wearing this costume. Honestly, it's pretty good. It's going for the sort of half-ripe bunch of bananas colour. Oh yeah, that's plus, I believe. You don't really want to be pressing buttons on that. Oh yeah, so we got setups. We have command throws. We have stun. Oh, we have a recommendation from the chat. Apparently, see our Blanka player is a mad lad. That's great. Sanctius is in trouble though. He's being pushed back towards the corner. That will help, but he's missing a lot of health here. No, he's trying to work his way out of the corner, but he's just not able to get through. Oh, that'll help. Catches him in the air. He's lost the claw now. He's got to do it all without it. He's lost his mask. We've all got to see his face now. I think he might have forgotten that he didn't have the claw there. He just went to put his claw back on, but it never came. Oh, there we go. The slide under catches his feet.
Blanca wins.
So the Spider Llama is going up 2-1 there. Like the power of Blanca. That means that we need to get our llama back into this. Let's bring him back.
It's go time.
I have jumped to the back of the queue. I'm definitely not going to fight the Blanca. Alright. So New Zealand on the ropes here. They've got right, yeah, New Zealand on the ropes here. They've got ghost ships to come next. What am I doing? Why did I just invite llama when actually I needed ghost ships? We're with it today. Sorry, win. But yeah, so as I was saying, New Zealand is on the ropes here. We need ghost ships to step in and stop this Blanca. Let's move to the back of the queue. And if he is able to do that, the next one he's got to face off with is he's then got to take on a Wild Llama, who's Irian at the moment apparently, but he also plays G. Not a pushover by any stretch. Alright. Yeah, so just a moment of confusion there in Discord as we work everything out here. So this looks like it's going to be another laggy match with 3 bars. Ooh. Alright.
Let's do this.
So Itzy looked quite in control there. He Sanctius probably hasn't seen many Blancas. There's not too many around, but Blanca. But probably a matchup he needs to spend a bit of time looking at there, I'd say. From that, he didn't seem to know when it was his turn and just sort of got run over for it. Okay, so in a change of events, we have, instead of playing Bison, we now have Ghost Ships the Balrog.
Round 1.
This seems to be a competition to see who has the biggest costume. Itzy going with that banana coloured Blanca-Chan costume. Ghost Ships channeling the power of, I want to say, marshmallows? That pink. Oh, here we go, just throwing out these punches and landing them each time. Chips on the roof on the ropes here already, but that'll even them up. It's definitely has an idea of how to stop those jump-ins though. All right, here we go. He needs to watch himself now. If Chips can land one hit, he can finish it all from here. Here we go. Stuck in the corner. Plenty of plus frames. All this. Wow. Okay. He's just throwing all of that V trigger at him, and Ghost Chips I don't think realised that he could just keep doing that. Alright. See on set point here, if he wins this, then New Zealand is down in the losers bracket. Part of me says that this is that's where New Zealand belongs below Australia, but I shouldn't say that. That'd be terrible. It's he just sort of backing away and throwing out those balls, and Ghost Chips definitely doesn't have an answer for them yet. Alright, here we go. Activation. He's got to make something of this. Throws. Here we go. He can do it all from here, and he does. He spends the bar and takes that round. Ghost Chips fighting to stay alive here. Jump in straight at the start. Let's go. Alright, he looks like Ghost Chips starting to find himself here. He's starting to get comfortable in this match. Alright, Itzy's sort of stuck in the corner, at a big life deficit, but now here's the chance to turn this thing around. Right, there we go, in the shimmy. So Itzy, Ghost Chips takes that, evens it up, is now 2-2. We are even. Spider Llamas going up against Team New Zealand, and we're currently 2-2. Just looking at my phone, realizing that it is currently almost flat. I need to jump to the end of the queue. So does Quack, and then it will be a Wild Llama up against Ghost Chips for this one. So, for those of you who aren't aware, the rules of the tournament are that you must keep your character inside the set. So, because Ghost Chips played as Balrog there and won that set, he needs to play Balrog in the next match. Llama can pick whoever he wants. He can pull out Urien. He can pull out Kage. He can pull out anyone. He could even play Falk if he really wanted to. But Ghost Chips has to play Balrog. Take a moment here. So we just got someone asking a question how that works.
There's no escape. Round one. Fight.
Alright, here we go. So we have Wild Llama bringing out the Urien. Keeping the shirt on though. Jump in from Ghost Chips. There we go. Wild Llama's ready for that one though. Urien just pulling out with those great big arms of his. Swings them out. EX tackled himself into the corner. Alright, here we go. Ghost Chips. The damage has the setup, but Llama's ready for it. Chips stuck in the corner, being pushed down by that Aegis Reflector. Great big jump over, and Llama wasn't ready for it. But still takes the first round. So now Llama is on set point. It's starts off with the violent head drop, knee drop. Alright. Stun is an issue here for Ghost Ships. But Balrog. Balrog able to do Balrog things and force his way out of the corner, but blocked overhead and Wild Llame's in it. There we go, that's a Wild Llama taking it over Ghost Ships and taking it over the rest of Team New Zealand. It's now, so now we have our Spider Llamas team moving on in the bracket in the losers side, while Team New Zealand drops down into losers. Did I just say that backwards? I probably did. Alright. That means that Team Wild Llama will move on. Go back to the bracket here so you can see what I'm seeing. I will zoom in because this is tiny.
It's go time.
There we go. So now we have our two winners semi-final round sorted out. It is Team Llama going up against Team Turkish Bread and Team Dale going up against Team Nez. I think this means we'll probably push Team Dale versus Team Nez first, because Team Dale's been waiting all this time to actually get their first match in. Let's look at this. We have Team New Zealand going up against Team Robbie. We'll be playing off stream. Team Time Portal still waiting on the loser of this match, and whoever loses between Team Dale and Team Naz will be taking on the winner of Team Ghost Ships and Team Robbie. Alright, let's get some invitations going out and we can move on to the next round. Let's get Southie in here. I remember he had a dash at the end of his name. Team WP. I will send a message in Discord. Alright. Just wait for him to respond, because I know Dale's on a different CFN today, but I don't remember what it is. One sec. Cool. While we're waiting for that, I will get into bringing... Never mind. Okay. The race. And Killer Queen. Space Hemorrhoid. Great name. Who are we waiting for here? We are waiting on... Got all of Team Dale ready to go. We are waiting on... Never mind, it's in there. We're waiting on Deros. We'll do this. Space never fails. And what do we haven't given these guys a name yet. That will have to do for now. So this is our first, I want to say, winners semi-final match. We're waiting on, we are not waiting on anyone else to join. Need to race in here, but we can play without him for now. So, quite an interesting set we just had there. Bit of lag problems, we've had people need to restart, we've had some fundamental Blanca play, we've had a bit of everything really. A bunch of characters you don't see that often. Here we go, LLL, who's the glorious leader of our Discord, although he'd probably hate me calling him that. Going up against Nevermind SK, who we've seen before. He's a Kali player. Still seeing a bunch of... Whoa, what is going on here?
Round 1. Fight.
My computer seems convinced that it's running fine. Alright, Nevermind very aggressive, but no one knows that that's punishable. So. Alright, here we go. So, L really dominating there. He got that first knockdown and then was able to just sort of keep converting that into damage. Nevermind probably needs to work on being a bit more defensive on his wake up. That really came from one knockdown and then a counter hit on the next couple of... L not really punishing the sweep there. Oh, big jump in straight over the top, doesn't convert. Alright. I think the next thing we need to get into Nevermind is probably a jump in combo. Here we go. Anti-airs with the knee. Got the advantage here, but here we go. Okay, yeah, big jump in there, and L will take him all the way to the corner. Trying to jump away. There we go. So that's taken by L.
Cody wins.
Not a bad play by Nevermind. He's definitely got overrun by the experience of L. L's quite a solid player. He's a decent Cody. We've seen a lot of him over the last couple of weeks. Well, we've seen a lot of... He's been building up his Cody quite recently. Well, I believe he was playing around with Sakura the other night. That's one for Space Never Fails. So who will take it next for this team? We'll have either Derace or it looks like it'll be Derace. I should ask him how to pronounce his name. Going up against LLL, who as we can see is currently showing Sakura, but as I said before, he will have to play Cody for the rest of this set. I wonder if he'd take that back, considering what he's now got to fight. Cody, another character that does not handles being zoned out very well. Alright, here we go. So, as stated, L has to stay with Cody for the rest of this set. The race was free to change and pick whichever character he wanted, but he decided to keep with the Menat, who did so well for him in the previous game. Big call out on the at the start, and that got Derace's all the way from him, but now he's got it back. Although Cody's definitely got the screen space control here. Catches the backdash with that fireball, dashes up and throws. Pressing buttons when he's minus 2. Now, I'm kind of surprised here. At the moment, it looks like... Oh, that's a good anti-air there, but he managed to catch him and he's landed. L, as we can see, probably the only Cody, not even in Australia, probably in the world, who actually uses the knife.
Round 2.
He takes that first round. Alright. Good awareness. Knew that Derace would have seen that first. Would have seen how he started the last round and knew that probably wouldn't work again. Oh, big jump in there. Doesn't convert into a combo, but then dashes up and throws. Oh, here we go. The wake up CA. don't think El will be completely disappointed with that outcome. Like, sure, he took a lot of damage there, but he now got full bar. Derace has had to now pulled out his victory. He's not going to have many other options in this match. He'll probably be, and he will go into this final round with a really big really big meter deficit. Yeah, if you're L, you're probably sitting there thinking, yeah, okay, you blew all your meter. I'm happy with that. Oh, there we go, big jump in over the orb throw, and that's currently missing his orb. I think that was a call out on believing that Derace would try to pull back the orb there. Using that V-skill as an anti-air, you see he's building up Grey Life, but not working out too bad for him here. Oh, the call out on that jump. Chip's a problem for L here. He needs to work. There we go. Not even a problem. He manages to get caught by that jump in.
Menat wins.
So Derace bringing it back for Team Nezamind. Got to work out how to put his name in there somewhere.
It's go time.
Okay, and I need to jump to the back of the queue. And I assume it will be Southie playing his Ryu up against Derace. Up next, they'll probably be leaving Dale as their anchor in this team, as their last point of call.
Let's do this.
Alright, so here we go. Ryu time. Southie, a fantastic player of Shoto's, really is. Started off playing Akuma, has switched to Ryu, and honestly I think Ryu's even scarier than his Akuma. Difference in tier list aside, he's just able to go ham with Ryu in a way that really lets him control the match, but he also has such solid fundamental game that he can really just keep going. Alright, now he's in a bit of trouble here. He's got to try to work out how to get in. Alright. Oh, sorry. There we go, spending his meter to take that round.
Round 2.
Alright. Starting off just throwing these fireballs. Throws back. Now sitting there, happy to absorb it and just take back his take that feature. You realise that if he was reflecting it, that Southie was just doing the same thing and just building his own V meter. Now he's in trouble though. Now he's in a lot of trouble. That stun, that'll probably kill. Why are you doing that insane damage? And there we have it, Southie. Dominating that second round there. Alright, which means that it will be Killer Queen up next, and he will need to bring it back. He will need to take out Southie and Dale, or Space Hemorrhoid as he's being called tonight. Back to back. Going to take another sip of water. Here we go, that's better. Alright, so I expect we'll probably see Nez sticking with the Lucia. He's been playing her basically since she came out. Seems to be going quite well for him, so I don't think there's any reason for him to stop now. Okay, so we have Southie, of course, as I said, stuck with the rope. But after that, showing he's not going to stop. I don't think there'd be any doubt in his mind about keeping the rope. And starting that round really aggressive and then trying to back off once he lost that, once that initial exchange was over. Just pushing Southie back and pushing the... Oh, big jump in there, and this will put Southie in a bad place. He'll basically have... Oh, there we go. Fireball over it, coming from up above, and the sweep coming from below, and that takes it for Nez. Fantastic whiff punish there. Southie, not a bad idea there, going to the air to catch the fireball instead of having to worry about the mix-up from the slide there, but he's been stunned anyway. And Nez looking down a Ghetto Perfect here. Oh, there we go. So doesn't go for the full guard break, although he probably could have gotten away with it there. Nez wasn't interested in the button. There we go. Can Southie come all the way back? No, he can't. Nez just rocks out with the EX run into V-Skull, I think that was.
Wins.
Alright, so Team Nezamind. Yeah. This will be the two anchors taking against each other. We will have Killer Queen playing Lucia, going up against Dale, who is currently known as Space Hemorrhoid, playing someone.
Let's do this.
Sounds like we have our first casualty of the night, though. Team Robbie has been eliminated, taken out by Team Ghost Ships. And Team Ghost Ships will move on to take on whoever loses from this set here. Here we go. We have a Lucia Mirror. So Dale's been playing Lucia, you said earlier, quite a bit lately. Hasn't been playing much Jury. Let's use our words right. There's no Y in Jury.
Round one. Fight.
Alright. I have already lost which one is which. I believe we still have green Nez, and it looks like Dale is going for the default color Lucia. Ooh, that should have been a punish on that run shoulder, which is, I want to say, -6 or -8. Killer Queen on the ropes and gets taken out by the overhead there. Alright, so Dale on set point here. So far, if anything, it looks like Nez's Lucia's probably got a bit more tech. There we go, there's the great DP there. Bit of a fireball wall going on there, but they've quickly given up on that and now they're just throwing it out. Wake up DP, get off me, says Nez, I've had enough of this. Oh, there we go, so Dale has basically used up all of his V-Trigger now. He's basically, I was going to say he had to make a comeback with just his EX bar, but he's thrown away one bar of that and then lost it. Ooh, round start, run shoulder. Now running straight into that fireball there. very aggressively here, and it's not working out for him. Still not a punish shoulder to be seen. Like a lot of moves that aren't being punished here. Alright, Nez backs off into the corner. Gets a big jump in there, and that will do it.
Lucia wins.
Alright, so there we have it. Team Nezamind moving on into the winners bracket. Sorry, on in the winners bracket. They will be our first contestant in the winners final. They will take on the winner of Team Llama and Team Turkish Bread. Team Dale moving down to take on Team Ghost Ships for a chance to keep moving on in losers. I think this means we'll be having our other... I have just pressed the wrong button. So, sorry about that. What happened was I just pressed a, just made Windows Explorer show up and it kicked off the other thing. Kicked off Street Fighter. So who does that mean is next? Let's have a quick look at the bracket. We'll be getting Team Llama and Team Turkish Bread in. Team Turkish Bread we haven't seen in the tournament yet tonight. So we'll be getting them in now. And they are going up against Team Llama, so a Wild Llama, Itsy Bitsy, and Sukuman. I don't think I had a name for these guys before. Going up against... I'm getting to the end of the queue. I don't want to be fighting no bisons tonight, thank you very much. But I believe we'll be just about pretty much ready to go. And we need a name for Team Turkish Bread. They have Turkish Bread, Dank Scorpio, and Shenkan. It could be Turkish Shenpio. Alright, I think that's it. I think we're ready to go. It's got to be the fastest. We've got a full team, full set of players ready for their match tonight. Let's see. Dank Scorpio ready to go. He's readied up. Will Llama go first? Probably not. I don't think. I expect he'll probably wait until the end. He'll want to anchor his team. Sukuman going up against Shenkan first up.
Let's do this.
Alright, so Shenkan, I don't even know who he plays anymore. He's been playing Lucia as well, I think. But he's also, of course, got his Eku, his Guile, his Ken. He was playing Balrog for a bit in some of the team tournaments. Quack, on the other hand, this is the second match I'm seeing of them. So it'll be interesting to see who they pull out. Will they stick with Honda? No, they're going to Geef. Geef against Balrog. Quite a good matchup for Geef though, I believe. Of Of course, he can Balrog a lot of single hit moves that move across the screen. If Geef is ready for them, he can do things like flex them and armor through to just catch him and then punish him with an SPD. I think they're just trying to work out how good the connection is, or they're just sitting there watching. There are muscles being thrown around. Ladies and gentlemen, this is footsies at its finest. They're having lag problems apparently. Alright, so by the sounds of it, lag is coming into the game here. Walking backwards and forwards. Not sure what's going to go on here. No, that wasn't me. I was not alt-tabbed. The round end, okay. So I'm... Alright, apparently there's problems here.
Time over. Final round.
Didn't realize that Balrog just falls over. Alright, I'm not sure what's going on here. This is interesting. Connection is RIP. Might be a problem with the lobby itself then. Alright, well, I was sitting here enjoying this great Geef music, much better than... much better than Ed's. We had to listen to Ed's for 2 games in a row before, and that was not pleasant at all.
Yeah. Checking it out, huh?
I'm not sure what's going on at all. Oh, there we go. Someone's dropped out.
It's go time.
Looks like Shen's just probably rebooted his PS4. Yeah, we're having connection issues. Both players are going to restart. I might remake the lobby. I'm not sure if it'll fix anything. But if we are having problems... That was a close call. Yeah, the next 2 should just play. Let's switch up. Let's get Dank and probably Itsy Bitsy Spider going, I guess. Or Turkish bread, I guess, maybe. Alright, we got 1 Geef back. Of course, we need to wait for Shenkan, who is on PS4, to update.
It's go time.
Alright, Dank's moved into the queue. Alright, I'm not sure who we're waiting, what we're waiting on for. All bars in lobby are suddenly 5. What? Alright, so now we're waiting for Shenkan to get back in. Apologies to our viewers at home, we are having technical difficulties. Your call is important to us, please hold. Okay. Okay, so looks like we might just have a really bad connection between these two players. Like they were saying, God, oops, claiming 2 bars and 1 bars to each other. Alright, and we should just be waiting for Shenkan to rejoin, of course, because he's PlayStation, and PlayStation takes forever to load these anything. Sorry for this, guys. This is always disappointing when we have connection troubles. It really doesn't make for a good tournament. Having said that, part of me, like, you watch a lot of streamers, a lot of people, there's a reason why people aren't happy about SF5's netcode. It's not great. CFN, I don't think it's really cutting it. And seeing a lot of problems, we're seeing problems here, which doesn't help. Here we go, Shenkan is back. I have 5 bars to everyone here except for Turkish Bread, which is, I guess, understandable. He's a Perthian. Ooh. I didn't say it was Perth issue. If anything, the real issue is that Perth's so far away. Real talk though, I've been to Perth, what, once, twice? And it's a beautiful place. Oh no, I think you can't blame me for you guys taking that the wrong way. The way I see it, it's more that to get it. To be fair, it was a very long time ago. I don't think I even had an email account back then. Actually, the Perth major that was, ooh, wow, that's an increase. When you guys finally get the NBN, you might get up to an hour and a half. I was actually hoping I'd make the Perth major you guys had a couple of weeks back now, maybe over a month. But I just couldn't get the time off work. It wasn't a major, was it? It was, but there was definitely there was a tournament on. I don't even remember what it was called. Weekly. What are you telling me? There was all that hype for a weekly? Don't get me wrong. Like, technically Melbourne doesn't actually have a weekly. Are we really? Shen Khan, I think, has just told me that we are deciding this match by coin flip. Coin flip. That is... coin flip. Now, the problem is, I don't think I actually have a coin here. I don't know, maybe... am I expected to flip a coin? Who has the honor of coin flipping here? Is it me as an impartial commentator here, just to call the action exactly as it is? No, we have... Alright, Shen Khan has tossed a coin and he got tails. What the hell does that mean? Alright. That means nothing. This is... what do we do? Yeah, okay, so... I almost feel like I should be switching over so you guys can see my view of Discord here, so you guys can see what is happening here. So what I do is I go T_coin, I flip it, we get heads. Yeah, I think you're right. Coin flip's not a great option. We should be playing scissors, paper, rock. Wait, rock, paper, scissors? That's a backwards order. Don't think anyone knew what was going on there. Two more flips. Oh, there's a countdown. Heads, there we go. GG's. Alright. Alright, so I believe it is currently... do I understand this right? Is it currently one... tails every time? One coin. So, we now have two heads. You guys can't see how exciting this is. This is riveting stuff. But I believe we say that Shen Khan just took that game 2-0. I'll take this moment to spruik the Discord. If you are not in the Team WP community Discord and you are in Australia/New Zealand, you're really missing out. We are currently having, due to the lag problems, we are currently having a coin flip to decide a match, and it looks like Shen Khan has won that. good to see we have the GG's well played being thrown around after that. So the close, tense matchup. Now, I think we're going to move on and play the next match. So there we go. Shenkan takes it 2-0 over Quack. Quack, I really just not guessing right in those 50-50 opportunities. Really just not taking those important moments by hand. Teching throws when they should have just blocked. That's how it happens. You played well. I think you were in it right till the end. But yeah, it's just those key moments where you just made the wrong decision. Yeah, to be fair, Geef is basically just a walking slot machine anyway. Now, one thing to remember, of course, is that Shenkan picked heads in his previous match, and so we'll have to continue playing heads for the rest of this set. Alright, just sort of pushing Itzy to the corner here again. Keeping those anti-airs tight with that. Of course, Balrog's got that single button anti-air. Fantastic button. Itzy's just sort of struggling here, not quite sure what he's meant to be doing to get out of this. Well, there we go, big EX on. Alright. Shenkan more than happy to take whatever mix-ups there are here. He's just going to sit there and hold this because he's now running out of V-Trigger and he's still got a very big comeback to make. V-Trigger is now gone. Shenkan's still almost at 2/3, I'll call that life. But plenty healthy, doesn't really need to worry. There we go, that's a punish for the EX ball. And Itzy is in trouble now. Alright. Again, Shenkan just walking Itzy back into the corner. He's showing off his dance moves there with that EX shuffle. Here we go, crush counter, misses the follow-up though, but gets away with it. Okay, so now it's being reversed. It's outside of the corner. Still with a big comeback to make here, but he looks like he might be able to do it now. There we go, that's a hit, and that is Shenkan taking that game. I should update the scores. I want to say that is 2-0. And we'll also change that. I'll go to the back of the queue. Although it looks like Shenkan's going for the 3-person victory here. Sorry, the 1-person victory, not the 3-person victory. He's apparently hasn't needed anyone else, and so now it's a Wild Llama who needs to beat him. And then if he can, he's got to take out Dank Scorpio and Turkish Bread as well. This is been quite a big run for him. While Llama is up, we're just waiting for him to acknowledge. OCV by picking heads. He didn't even really pick heads. He just didn't make a call and was happy to let his opponent kill himself on the tails there. Okay, here we go. So this will be Balrog going up against Urien. Wild Llama sticking with the Urien. did well for him in the previous game, taking it out over Ghost Ships.
There's no escape!
Don't worry.
Round one.
I don't mind Balrogs.
Fight!
Got a good team. Oh, there we go. The dash under, basically the trade silence, and the anti-air does nothing really comes off it. Llama up in health and in screen position. Backs off and gives Shenkan plenty of room though, but then knows that. Oh, there we go. Big call out on the charged leg. Sees it there and goes, no, I'm not hanging around waiting for you to do that. Here we go, the Aegeus Reflector. Doesn't really go for any sort of mix up there. He's more than happy just to throw it out in the end. Alright, they've now moved too far in the screen. The mixer is no longer an option for Wild Llama, and he's now being done. Shenkan, here we go. OCV. OCV. So I've got to ask, is Turkish Bread still out in the chat? Is he watching this? Is he proud of Shenkan's Balrog? It's like the start of round EX dash trade. Is that respectable Balrog strat? Oh, there we go. That's a big hit into plenty of damage. This will be the crush counter. He drops that. Still got plenty of life left, but a Wild Llama can mix this up pretty badly. Alright. Llama, Grey Life means he's got one hit left. He's got to make this one count. Gets thrown. Comeback is definitely on here for Llama. He can do this. He's got one more hit, but that won't be it.
Balrog wins.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that would have lost against pretty much if Llama had done pretty much anything there. That probably would have lost against it, wouldn't it? All right, there we go. We have our OCV. Thanks, Scorpio. Guess to sit back and watch. Turkish Bread, comfortable in the chat. Doesn't need to step in on this fight. And Shenkan wins it for the team, and they take the next spot in our winners final. Okay, what is going on next? Let's go quickly to the bracket and see what's happening now. I don't think we're going to be playing Dale vs Chips on stream. Looking down here, that's got the stream symbol, but I don't think we'll end up doing it. Probably because this tournament's already running quite late. So what I'll do is I'll just check with the Glorious Leader, who has just finished playing that. You guys are all staying in chat. Let's staying in the fight. Let's get Team Nez in here. Let's move on to the next stage and have our winners final. That is with Nevermind, SK, Garrus. Give me a chance to set some names. So nothing, even though we are in winners final, nothing changes here. There is no first and twos as far as I am aware. Right, and there we go. We've got our next update. Team Dale taking it 3-2 over Team Ghost Ships. We'll go comes through. We'll just quickly refresh to see if any other information has come through. Yeah, now that that match is gone, we'll be able to see the winner of Team Llama versus Team Time Portal will move on to take on Team Dale, who have knocked out Team Ghost Ships 3-2. The New Zealanders are out. It's now an all Aussie tournament. Well, Aussie and Perth, of course. And as we're seeing up above, we have Team Nez and Team Turkish Bread. Is there anyone I'm missing? I don't think so. We are waiting on 1, 2, 3 Shenkan to come back. He's run off to do proper tournament work, I would believe. There we go. Okay. I'll move to the end of the queue. And it looks like up first we'll have probably Dank Scorpio going up against Nevermind SK. Those values have not updated yet. There we go.
Let's do this. Round 1.
Alright, here we go. Dank Scorpio with the Demon Purple Bison. Sweeps in on startup. Alright, so never mind getting sort of hammered here by Bison things, and I think this is probably something he'll need to go back and look at because oh, there we go. Good sweep. Doesn't have a meaty ready though. Thanks Scorpio pressing buttons on that wake up. Alright. And then the sweep does will kill a point.
You're weak, pathetic.
Round 2. Fight.
So yeah. Dank is very much in love with the very aggressive sort of plays there. The sweeps, the knee presses from full screen, and ooh, he's living here but not for much longer, and there he goes. Okay.
M. Bison win.
That's pretty rough. Bad luck to Nevermind there. I think he definitely does need to go go back, sit in the lab and have a look at how Bison's moves can be gotten around. Dank throws out a lot of unsafe stuff there, a lot of really aggressive moves that don't protect that if his opponent is ready for him will get him in a lot of trouble.
Let's do this.
But Nevermind just wasn't ready there. Alright.
Round 1.
Right.
Fight.
Dank's taking a bit of time to change his costume. I don't know what to say. Maybe he's found a lady to talk to, and he's put on his best dress, put on his best jacket. Right. The X-Ball pushes back the orb, but ooh, lands on the orb there. Oh, there we go, the dash through. Drake's doing pretty well to just sort of keep Dank under wraps, not let him really get away with a lot of the Bison stuff that he was doing against Nevermind. There we go, and that's standard Menard combo that just sort of goes forever, and each hit does no damage, but it ends up winning anyway. Dank again in a lot of trouble. He's taken a lot of health and he hasn't really gotten in for it. There we go. Good option there to slide under the X5. Just not worry about that mix up. Get out of the way. Alright. Almost got his V trigger ready. You're looking to get that out as quickly as possible. I think we'll see a slide any second now. Nope, just a roar activate. He's stuck in the corner and he's not a good place for him to be, especially this Bison. Barely got the life lead now, and Dank's now got nothing in the tank. He's got no V trigger, no EX bar. Drace, if he aggressive enough, he uses the right. This will probably. I was going to say this would probably be a.
Final round.
Maybe trying to reversal DP there. That would have been the right option there. That would have won it for him, but instead he just gets counter hit. Alright. Lots of damage here. Stun a big problem for Dank. He's taken a lot of damage here and he's still really behind on meter. He's even further behind. There we go. One of those Bison block strings that just keeps building up. Very live. Alright, next hit will kill Dank. He's got a mountain of work here to go. He manages to land on Menard there. And there we go, there it is. Spins around, throws out the... Yeah, I thought drop super as well.
Menard wins.
But in the end, he loses that one round, but still manages to take the full game. I want to say that's 1-1 then. Sorry, I forgot to update the scores earlier. So that's... This will be, by the looks of it, Derace against Turkish Bread. The Battle of Perth.
Let's do this.
Alright. So next up we have the Battle of Perth. We have Derace the Manak going up against Turkish Bread, the Rushbauer Honda. Rashid with the biggest head I've ever seen.
Round one. Fight.
Alright. Turkish Bread had Derace in the corner and separated from the ball, but didn't manage to capitalize on that. Now he's got to work out how to get in around this. Now, Rashid's the sort of character that can make these comebacks pretty quickly. He's just got to work out how to do it. Just goes for the V-Skull roll through the eyeball. No, that wasn't a great dive kick, too high. Counter hit there, and he confirms that into the corner carry. Now he's... Oh, there we go. That'll be stun. And this will probably be the round. No, he's dropped the combo. Alright. There we go. Turkish swinging there and getting caught out by something.
Round 2. Fight.
Not sure what he went there for, but probably the best option. Alright, both players coming into this with pretty much full CA. Turkish giving away part of his meter so he can build more. That's not a bad option. Alright, but Turkish in trouble here. He's not that far behind on health, but alright. That was a much better dive kick there. Nice and low. Okay. The Latex catches Turkish standing there. Now he's got his chance here. He's got to work out how he's going to make this comeback. That will not be it. Alright, so Turkish Bread losing to Derace. You have the winner of the Battle of Perth. Okay. Alright, so that means that it's up to Shenkan to take out Derace and then kill a queen for his team. Just looking in Discord, it looks like we might have one team dropping out here. Team Dale saying that they've all got to get up in the morning. They can't be up all night playing games, and so they are forfeiting. Which means that the winner of Time Portal versus sorry, it's not actually Time Portal anymore. It's Castle 09 going up against Team Llama. We'll probably move straight on into the losers finals, take down the loser of this game. Alright, Shenkan pulling out the Lucia again. The Watermelon Lucia.
Round 1. Fight.
Oh, there we go. I don't think that was actually a reaction to Shenkan signing that run forward. I think he just managed to time that well. Shen again, not really sure how to get in here. Just takes the orb to the face. He's in trouble. That run definitely working for him. Seeing that Derace is taking time to throw out that fireball. Taking time to throw out and recall the ball, and just using the dash to get in faster than a regular, the command dash to get in faster than a regular dash or a jump in. Here we go. Drops the combo. Goes for a reset, but it definitely doesn't work out for him. There we go. Both balls have now flown off into the distance. Derace is down on life, up on CA. The spacing on the screen is definitely in Derace's favour. He's now out of the corner. Shenkan and Lucia obviously not as strong against zoners as I'd probably say looks to be in Manat's favour. Well, there he goes. Timer goes red. He's happy to run away. Oh, there we go. Can't make it in time to do anything.
Round 2. Fight.
So, Dara showing that slow and steady wins the race. He's actually a hair. Not sure that was that plus, actually. I think Shinkan probably could have contested that. Oh. Call out to the recall with the kicks, the running kicks. Need to work out some good names for each of these moves there. Alright. Shinkan up on life. All the corner position here. So now we're going to see Dres pull out that feed trigger any second now. Well, not if. There it is. Got a big comeback to make here, and he's basically, he can't get hit. Alright, Shinkan now playing the zoner, happy to stay back at full screen, doesn't want to be anywhere near that orb. Ooh, the slide under. There we go, the next slide catches him.
Final round. Fight.
There we go, big anti-air. Great punch there on the the C crush gun anti-air there. Shinkan already down to about half life and hasn't really done anything to that'll even the score a bit, but Ray's still very much in control of this match. Jump in, I might have been able to cross up with a better button choice there. Misplacing his spacing, wasn't quite sure what would work there. EX runs straight into the ball, that's not working for him. There we go, CA will do it. So, Team Nethermind, Killer Queen, Derace, and Nevermind have moved on to Grand Finals. Nez not needing to get out of his share for that. Probably gone to sleep, actually, he's sleeping in the background somewhere. When it comes time for his team to play in the Grand Final, they'll need to shake him awake. Alright. So there we have it. We have our first Grand Finalist. As I said earlier, by the sounds of it, Team Dale has decided to drop out of the tournament due to time issues. Southie and Dale both want to go to bed. Elle has got child duty in the morning. Understandable, it is getting very late. Glad I ate before the tournament this week instead of waiting until afterwards. But that means that the winner of Time Portal and Llama, Time Portal and Llama, will be moving straight on to Losers Final, and I believe that will be Team Llama. They will be taking on Team Turkish Bread. Team Turkish Bread will be looking for the double jeopardy here. If they can beat them again here, they will have knocked them into losers bracket, and then completely out of the tournament. While Team Nez wait up there, all their previous votes have been vanquished now. Whoever comes next is a new challenger for them. So yeah, let's confirm that. We should see this thing update in a moment when going up against and this will be the losers final as well. Sorry, just convening with Shenkan in the background here. We'll be ready to decide what happens next from here. Alright, but on the other hand, let's get Turkish Bread and Co back in here because they will be up next. They will be going on against the winner of Fine Portal and Llama's team. So Turkish Bread. Who else is there? Tank, Scorpio, and Shenkan. Going up against, I believe it's the Wild Llama's team who've won that. Is that it? Yep, so Llama's team took it 3-0 over Time Portal's team. So that means we want a Wild Llama. Itsy Bitsy. And Tsukiman back.
It's go time.
I will move to the back of the queue. You will switch the scene back to here. There, here we go. Team Heads up against a Wild Spider. Not my best night in naming teams tonight. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to probably need to work on my puns a bit better for next week. Although, oh no, is this Heads vs Tails again? It is. Let's bring that back. Here we go. Heads vs Tails again.
It's go time.
As you can see, it's a bit of a revolving door at the moment, with everyone just sort of jumping to the back. Who are we waiting for? And here we got Turkish. That's all. Everyone, we are ready to go again. Q. Alright, let's... Alright. Turkish Bread says, enough with these. Jump to the back of the queue, I'm ready to go. Let's fight, let's go.
Let's do this.
Sorry about that. The length of this tournament is starting to take its toll on me as well. Alright, here we go. So we've got
Round one. Fight.
Aladdin Rashid up against the classic Blanca. We've taken off the Blanca Chan costume. Ooh, already in the corner, but that jump over the fireball is definitely going to help. I think it's worth saying, I've only just realised, but it's been been a couple of games since we saw the last EXDP wake up, I think. Had a lot of, everyone's been playing very restrained tonight. Here we have a Rashid not throwing out EXDP. Oh, that was definitely a bit of a spike there. There he goes. Shimmy walk back, but he didn't get anything from it. Now he's just hammering into the Turkish Bread. There we go, the EX command throw from downtown. Rashid's currently bleeding from his eyes. Okay. The match is sort of taking its place all over the screen. There's a lot of movement around the screen. I guess that sort of makes sense. Rashid, a character known for being able to just sort of move in from anywhere and always be able to hit you. Against blind Kahul, of course, it doesn't matter if you're full screen or half screen, you can throw out those blind balls. Catches the jump with the mixer and gets a good punish off that. Anti-airing from half screen, that's something you've really got to be aware of when you're playing against Rashid with that trigger ready. There we go. Blanka goes for the EX Rainbow Ball, but then Turkish Bread just slaps him out of the air. I want to believe that dash up overhead was on purpose. That was a ballsy move, but it didn't pay off for him. Alright. There we go. That Turkish Bread heard me. He said, you want EXDPs? You've got EXDPs. Ooh, there we go. Good blocking there, but now he's in trouble. He's stuck in the corner. Well, there we go. This will be a punish into stun, and you've got to assume that this will be the end of the round. Yes, there we go. So Turkish Bread pushing it up 1 for heads. Yeah, heads. So now we have all of our players on the same team, right at the top of the queue. We have lost our Geef. I assume it will be Llama up next.
It's go time.
I need to get to the back of the queue. I believe it will have to be Llama up next if Geef has moved off. Alright, now we have Quacks having net problems. Continuation of a bad night, I'd say. Oh, great. This lag makes us the saltiest, I think. Oh. I think the Wild Llama is trying to make a his OCD cleaner on his computer in the background. Okay, so now we will have Rashid up against probably Urian again. Bit of a shame we haven't seen any G tonight, actually. Oh, as I say it, there we go. G is here. Rashid sporting the what's the baseball uniform? This is the Gachikun costume for winning. Yeah, sorry, for winning Capcom Cup last year. How big is that beard? Here we go, stuck in the corner. G doing G things. Ooh, doesn't quite get the air there, and so he gets punished for it instead. Alright, it basically swaps to the other corner, but things are still the same. I'm jumping in there, but he's probably didn't need to, and then getting caught by the dead air. Now he's probably in a lot of trouble. Ooh. Wow, okay, that's... Turkish Bread will be probably a bit more than a little salty about that. That was definitely not the outcome he expected from that. There we go, that's... And the walk up throw takes it. Strong play from Llama here. Trade on the anti-air, but still in Llama's favour, as he's definitely got the more HP here. Especially with G's overall. There we go, he was ready for that. And he said, I'm more than happy to spend a lot of bars so that you can stay away. I think what he really tried to do there was take Rashid's feature out of the equation. Rashid probably won't be getting that again. Oh, he might. Might get one more. Depending on how many V-skill uses. Oh, there we go, there we go. So he's got his second. Not that he needs it. He'll take this.
Not my day. Final round. Fight.
Right. Crush counter. Pushes. Oh. Pulls out the X fireball and is up and interrupts it. I'm in a lot of trouble here. He's almost got V-trigger, but he's also... Ooh, there we go. Alright, Llama will be looking for anything to activate here. There we go, there's the activate. To some classic G robbery. That looked like a command throw there, but he didn't end up getting it. Turkish Bread just decided to go straight through it. Right. Llama had one shot there and he lost it.
Rashid wins.
Alright, here we go. We've got heads once again up, going for that one character victory, but this time it's Turkish Bread doing it with his Rashid. I'm not sure what we will do about Quack, who is currently having internet problems. Called up the ISP to try and fix the lag problem they were seeing earlier, and instead have been completely disconnected. I guess when you think about it, that does work. Are we going to flip coins again? But if you're not connected, then technically you're not lagging. So maybe the ISP saw that as the quite obvious chance. Alright, I will keep my eye on what's going on here. Alright, or the other option Shinkan has floated is that they can have a fill-in. It's not a bad option here. I guess they'd have to pick between Llama or Bitsy. Coin flips or fill-in. I almost expect them to take the coin flips actually. Let's see, what do they decide it? Alright. Llama had said that he likes the gamble. He reckons it would be whack if they won off a coin flip. I believe we're going to have a fill-in. Alright, they've said they're going to get a fill-in. I'm not sure who they're going to pick though. I don't know what's going on here. Alright, it looks like they have picked their fill-in. It will be Castle09, who is probably feeling a bit used by now. He had to fill in for Time Portal and when he dropped out early in the tournament, and now is being called upon to become the Quack. See, I just took a sleeping pad. That was. Alright, so I think that is the case. We will be pulling in Castle09 as our final contestant to take over from. We send off the invite. Oh man. Here we go, Castle09 is in. The rank is there. Platinum player taking over for a platinum player. Does that mean they have to play Geef? Alright. Alright, now we just need Castle09 to push up to the head of the queue and we can get this show on the road. Alright, Shenkan has put out the call. If Castle can beat Turkish Bread, who has to play Rashid because that is who he's played already in the set, then Shenkan will pull out Dalsin. Alright. Alright, we just need Lama to move out of the way. Here we go. Turkish Bread going for the OCV for the team heads. Alright.
Let's do this.
Here we go. Karen versus the back of something huge and purple.
Round one. Fight.
Interesting how that... I guess that's how he... Oh, there we go. Crush counter sweep. Castle opting to go about as high tier as he can here. I'm not sure he wanted to backdash there. I think he'd already planned to do it. Didn't realise that Turkish Bread had just left himself wide open there. Here we go. Won't kill, but Castle's in a lot of trouble now. Ooh, buttons on wake up, but it works out for him. Converts into a full combo to push himself out of the corner. Don't know what he tried to do there.
Round two. Fight.
Probably. Let's go big purple back. Yeah, exactly. I've got to say these oh, there we go. We've got the -2 and DXDPs coming out. There we go. He doesn't manage to convert into anything there, but at least he's got Victory active. He's going for the parry here. Cool. Yeah, Karen can sweep anything from any range. Delayed button was expect. Oh, delayed button there, expecting the XCP that doesn't come, and then tries to bait out into the parry, but sorry, big purple back, not Rashid. He's ready for it and manages to calls it out with the sweep of his own. I think that's the end of Team Tails. Which means that Team Nezamind are have now got their contestants for losers. Sorry, for the grand final. This will be Team Nezamind up against Team Heads. Which means let's get these guys back in here. SD, I think? No, SK. Got it written down here. I should actually check my notes instead of just, yes, SK, instead of just writing things out. Alright. So, this is a rematch of winners finals. We have the teams previously. We had Team Nez taking this one quite convincingly, pushing them down 3-0. That actually happened. Alright, so it'll be up to Shenkan, Dang Scorpio, and Turkish Bread to win twice here. They need to beat Team Nezamind once to knock them into the losers bracket as well, to reset the bracket, and then to be able to take this all the way and win the grand final. Whereas Team Nezamind only need to win once. I assume it'll be Nevermind SK going up first. Good up at this point. It's always worth just getting as many games as you can. Try to get as much opportunity for him to play and get experience against these guys who have a couple of very different play styles. You got Dang Scorpio, very aggressive Bison, pressing a lot of heavy buttons, trying to get in constantly. Derace, a more conventional Menat, just sort of sitting back, throwing out that orb, chipping away at your life as you struggle to get in. And then Killer Queen, who is really just able to play any sort of character. Sorry, I've just claimed that he's playing against his own team. Sorry. Yeah, Dang Scorpio, Shenkan, who and both Turkish Bread, all three good characters in their own right. And Nevermind, probably enjoying the opportunity to play against all these guys and see the different styles of play that there will be as he goes up in rank. All right, so here we go. He's pulled out the Demon Bison again, and again that start of round sweep. Yeah, so we see Nakali's incredibly subby normals there. But now he's sort of stuck in the corner, throwing out that medium kick. Scratching medium kick. It's not a bad button for Nakali. Oh, there we go. He stomps the ground, but then Bison comes along and stomps his head with his fists.
Round 2. Fight.
Alright. Same opening as last set these two played. The sweep for the first round, and then the in the EX. Probably what important part of playing these sort of settings for Purple Horny Man. Ooh. Don't know what he was going for there. He was throwing out a lot of jabs, but I think he was just trying to catch anything and get his way through. But there we go. Dang Scorpio takes that one. Now, this isn't the end for Nevermind. He might. There's a good possibility he'll be able to play again in this tournament. Ah, yeah, okay. Yeah, that sort of stuff happens. I probably should be remaining impartial here, but if you guys get to play again in the bracket reset, just first round, as soon as it starts, just crouch block, and I'm pretty sure you'll be able to punish that sweep next time. But yeah, that's Bison for you. He starts getting up in your face, and you just want to get him off you. Is that the little robot from Flubber?
Fight.
I think it is. That's Menat's got the robot from Flubber. Probably showing my age there, calling that. Flubber, of course, one of the best movies by of Robin Williams. Well, probably not actually. He had so many good ones. Alright, so we got using the cashes him down with the Psycho Crutcher, but Grace using the what it's called, dive kick. The dive kick there quite well to be able to escape from the corner. Yeah, that at that range, that one's plus. You can't basically got to try and guess what Bison's going to do next. Grace gets the head stomped and then the dash up throw. Didn't manage to get his V trigger off there, but he's now got full bar, so he'll be looking to use it so he can start building more pretty quickly. Or maybe not. Maybe he'll just take the low damage versions of the combos. Dank, of course, on the other hand, more than happy to throw out every single bit of meter he's got as he gets it. He goes command grab. Whiff punishes with the explosion. This might be able to kill with. Oh, there we go. Resets. I forgot to update the thing.
M. Bison wins.
There we go. Dank Scorpio up 2. Sorry, Dank Scorpio up 2. He's been gone all himself so far, and this is. Now he's got to go up against Killer Queen, and if he can beat Killer Queen, then he's reset the bracket without needing to call in either Turkish Bread or Shen Khan. He'll be feeling pretty confident with himself, pretty happy after that. Alright, so we just got to push Nevermind to the back of the queue so we can go through. Cool. Here we go. Killer Queen, Nez, fighting to keep his team alive here. Actually, not alive. He might be random invite. I won't be accepting that. So yeah, maybe. Maybe Nez isn't too worried at the moment. Like, he's probably looking at this thinking, yeah, we've got the reset up our sleeves. I can just sort of play through this, gather a bit more data on each of my opponents. Oh, there we go. Drops his combo. Doesn't pick the right Tatsu, I believe. Now, Nez, of course, first time I met, had any interaction with him in the Discord was, of course, when he was complaining about Bison in one of the first team tournaments I joined. So I think we can assume that Nez knows the Bison matchup really well. He's pretty in tune with it. Aggressive V reversal there, just wants to keep his pressure going. There we go, and the EXTP.
Round 2. Fight.
Well, there we go. Full reg, down forward heavy punch, but nothing really comes off it at that range. Nez really showing how to handle this this style of Bison though, just sort of sitting back, waiting for Nez, what are you doing? You're making me look like a liar. Just sort of sitting back and staying close enough to make Bison interested in those things like those sweeps, those what is it, the scissor kicks and things like that, but far enough back that he can react to it and block and then be able to punish. Now he started playing a lot more aggressive here. He's probably had a look at the health bar. But even that, he's doesn't get the throw because it's been because Bison was still in blocks on there, and it's a reset point now for Dang Scorpio. Just out of range, and Nez isn't quite on point with whiff punishing that. Probably was waiting for it to reach so he could block it. There we go. Forward throw to keep them out in the middle of the field of play. Nez probably not the guy you want to test your meaties against, although Scorpio not perturbed at all. Oh, and that's probably not what he wanted to do there. Oh, there we go, and there's a jump. That range. There we go. Nez starting the comeback. Although it's not smooth sailing yet. He's taken out 1 of 3 very good opponents here. Next up, we have either Turkish Bread or Shen Khan. Alright, I think he's just trying to push Derace out of the way now. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Shen Khan is going up next.
Let's do this.
You have a SK Shen Khan. Shen Khan. Is that how this ends? Do we switch? Do we end up switching his name to Shen Khan now as he manages to beat Killer Queen and reset the bracket, or do we find out that Shen can't? All will be revealed soon. Sounds like the hook for a Dragon Ball Z episode. Let's go SK. Good to see the chat's getting behind their favourite player. Oh, he's pulled out the Balrog again. He's been using Balrog a lot lately. He has. I know him as more of a Zeku main, but oh, they're your fans. Of course they are. You are SK. Oh, there we go. Big counter hit combo. This is a reset there, or I don't get the rise that he was expecting there. All right, Killer Queen. Really got to watch his health here. There we go, the punch to the face.
Round 2. Fight.
Alright, the throw in the corner. Oh. Good whiff punish there. Overhead not punished. That me? Might need Nez just hammering into him with these buttons, just not letting up at all. Sweep, not punished. Now with that feature active, Nez says, I don't want to borrow this. But he's going to get a big chunk of it anyway. One more hit for Nez will do it. Shipper Factor, I don't think he'll go for it here. Oh, maybe he will. Oh, there we go. Made Shen waste a bar on that EX straight, but also took the round. That's probably about as good a result that Chen Kun could have, that Nez could have hoped for here. Oh, there we go. He's definitely got that counter hit confirm worked out. Oh wow, that Nez must have thought he could have interrupted that EX there, because that was on the screen for a long time before it hit. This time Nez showing a very aggressive response to this V-trigger. He's not letting up at all. Okay. Canceling. There we go. Next hit wins, you've got to assume. Both players looking for anything. There we go.
Lucia wins.
Now we've got to assume that Nez had that completely planned from the word go. He just let it get that close to make it interesting, right? Alright, it all falls on Turkish Bread now. Turkish Bread, the Rashid, the Balrog, man on a mission. He's got to beat Nez here, who's on a bit of a tear. He's taken out Dank Scorpio, he's taken out Shen Kun, and now he's got to take out one more to win the tournament. Nez still sitting comfortably on a life. If he loses this, then it's a bracket reset. He probably doesn't want to. He probably wants to finish this up, but he still has the option of losing this and going around again. Turkish Bread, on the other hand, it's do or die. Ugh. Alright, back out comes the Rashid.
Round one. Fight.
He's playing very aggressively there and getting punished for it, but now he's sort of, oh, that a dropped combo that'll go up to set him, but that is happy to take the health that Turkish Bread has given him and then give it straight back. Alright, Nez on one last hit, and there it goes. He had his V-trigger ready. He was probably just looking for a way to get it out, but couldn't find it. Alright, Turkish Bread on reset point. Turkish in the corner now, but plenty of room to work his way out. It's not really anti-airing at the moment. I don't know what he's looking for here. Oh, there's a big whip throw, but Nez can't make anything of it. And Turkish currently in a really good spot for this bracket reset. there we go. Oh. Throw. I have to work out the fireball, and there we go. That was filthy.
Rashid wins.
There we have it. We have our bracket reset. So that means that, never mind SK, that Dank Scorpio, Shenkan, Derace, they're all back in it now. We are now up to what has to be the final set of the night. I think we'll see Nevermind up again. Probably against Dank. It seems to be the starter. That was the bracket reset there. So whoever wins this next set is our official winner. Whoever wins this next set lets me finally go to bed.
Let's do this.
Alright, come on SK. Just remember, block the sweep. His defense, hasn't been a really good run for him. He's had to take on quite a few strong players here. Alright, let's see it. No sweep this time. Oh. Right sort of idea to jump up and try to, there's that devil's reverse, although he could have been a bit faster there. Alright, Dank's just sort of pushing him back in the corner now. Oh, good neutral jump, but he doesn't get the punish there. Throws into the corner, very good special awareness, just sort of stands there. Meaty there would have been great. Oh. There we go.
You're weak.
Rough, but he was definitely having a stronger match there. His other games in against Dank have been pretty one-sided so far, but he was definitely holding his own. There we go, I think that's it, yes. Alright, so that is Nevermind SK's final match of the night. No more bracket resets. That's it. And we see that that puts Team Heads up 1. Oh, Nez is going to go straight to the top and take on. Yeah, look. When you get beaten like that, it doesn't look great, but the takeaways I see there is that first round he definitely played much stronger than he has in the previous games against Dank Scorpio in particular. Dank is a strong player, and his style of play is quite overwhelming. And so it is quite common to get flustered by that sort of stuff. I think for Nevermind, things he probably needs to work on is getting a punish combo going, just so he can really stop all the unsafe things happening. and also just being willing to stand there and hold his ground a bit more. He was probably a bit too timid on defense and attack and multiple times. But just getting back to the match at hand, Killer Queen here, he's been around the block a few times. He knows how to handle this aggressive playstyle.
Round 2. Fight.
The other thing I'd say, Nevermind, is make sure you're finding ways to get you into V-Trigger. Necalli's V-Trigger is a really important part of his play. It basically fills out the character and makes him much stronger. So you basically want to get into it as soon as possible with him. Ooh, here we go. Not a great idea. I'm not that happy with this use of meter from Dang. He's now got a big comeback to make, and he's lost his life. He's lost his meter, and now he's lost his life.
Lucia wins.
Okay, so Race definitely won't be playing against Nez. They're on the same team. It will be Shenkan or Turkish Bread.
Let's do this.
Alright, here we go. So this will be, I think I saw Shenkan. Got the Lucia mirror, we've got SWAT team Lucia going up against Hungry Jack's worker Lucia.
Round 1. Fight.
Oh, big punish there. Here. Oh, this shimmy still goes for the throw afterwards. This is looking. Oh. Not a great round so far by Nez. He can pull it back, but we haven't seen it. We haven't seen a proper reverse perfect at all tonight. And there we go. The air reset really stops that there. Alright, Nez really needs to bring it back here. He needs to, I suppose you could say, center yourself, all those things that people talk about in meditation. That was a big loss, and it really looked like Shenkan was in his head there. That's not the way you wanted to do it either. Now he's still in a lot of trouble. Shen's now decided it's time to just play fireballs. He doesn't need to do anything more complex than that. Oh, there we go, the side switch into the XDP. that pushes
Lucia
heads
wins.
up to the final final match of the night for them. All they need to do is beat Derace. A lot to ride on the poor guy's shoulders. I go to the back of the queue. This could either be, so this is either the last game of the night or the second last. If Derace can beat Shenkan, he goes on to push it to the final game up against the Turkish Bread. If he can't then, though, Team Heads goes home the winner. Not goes home, they're all probably at home by now. But you get what I mean.
Let's do this.
Okay. I have just noticed it looks like the scoreboard's sort of floating in the wrong spot just above the screen. Yeah, quality production we've got going on here. Alright. So Lucia versus Menat. I think that we've seen Derace play against another Lucia so far before, and he can't.
Round one. Fight.
Alright. Had him separated from the it's got him in the corner now, but there we go, he's pushed him back. Alright, now Shenkan's just caught in himself. This is not the wisest thing to do. Alright, there we go. We've got the V-trigger active. He's got another swing of that. There we go, but this is going to be confirmed into damage, and there we go.
Round two. Fight.
Oh, big run. Seen a couple of Lucia players doing that EX run up, and I don't know, it seems to be a good option for breaking into V-trigger, but not that great if you're just trying to get in your opponent at this stage of the game. Well, I guess sometimes better. He was really ready for that anti-air. Well, we see. Oh, the backdash to get away from the grab. That was. There we go. That's Shenkan on Tournament Point. Sorry, I'm sort of vaguing out here, aren't I? I should be actually talking about what's going on the screen. Right, so it's not really maybe getting a bit tired. His anti-airs haven't been great so far. Sad. Shenkan decides the EX bar is worth separating Derace from the orb. Go, dashes underneath, and he's doing a lot of damage here. There we go, that'll be stunned. Not sure he can kill off this. Oh no, after the reset. No, he drops it. Uses the wrong Tatsu. There we go, if Derace comes back to win this, he'll be... I'd almost call it a miracle, that stranger things have happened. He definitely needs to play this next couple of seconds very carefully.
Lucia wins.
There you have it, guys. It's been a long time coming. We started about 8 o'clock, maybe 8:30 at the latest. It's now 11:45 here in Melbourne. But we have our winners. We have team heads, as named by their choice of the coin toss, which is Shenkan, Turkish Bread, and Dank Scorpio taking out this team tournament. Runners up, Killer Queen, Nevermind SK, and Derace. Thank you to everyone who joined in tonight. It's been a lot of fun to sit here and watch. Thank you to the guys who jumped into the chat. It's always nice to have someone to talk to. Otherwise, I'm just talking to myself, and I'm pretty sure my neighbors think I'm mad. All right. Big thanks to Shenkan, who did all the work running the bracket, putting out the pings and stuff to get people to sign up. Yeah, thanks to the guys who joined in. I'm glad someone does. I'm not going to stick around too much longer though. I don't think there's too much to say. I'll put a link to the Discord in the chat. If you're not part of the Discord and you're in Australia or New Zealand, it's a great idea to join if you're looking for Street Fighter games. We've also got Tekken, Soul Calibur, a whole bunch of other stuff, anime games, Dragon Ball Fighters. We've even got a cooking channel where there's a whole bunch of guys who hang around and just post pictures of their food, which is cruel for someone who's currently trying to diet at the moment. It's terrible. But the other thing to think about is if you wanted to have a look at this game later on in the year, later on, you can use Twitch. Of course, will have this game saved for this tournament saved for a couple of days. I think it's like a month by default. But this one, because I now know how to do it, will be getting pushed to the Team WP YouTube page. So go along, check that out, subscribe if you haven't. You'll be able to watch the previous games, you'll be able to watch any of the other things we've done. We do Third Strike on Thursdays, and I think they get uploaded there. We've been doing, I believe, Street Fighter Super Turbo will start up again in the next couple of weeks. And of course we also have Fledglings happening on Wednesday nights, which is our tournaments focused on the guys from Rookie all the way up to Ultra Gold. That's all from me though.
It's go time.
I don't have anything else to... I don't think I have anything else to add. Thank you for joining in. Have a good night everyone, and I'll see you next week.